Let's go to Daisy in the City of Angels. What's up, Daisy?
Hi, how are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
Doing well. Thanks for having me.
Of course. What's up?
Okay, so here we go. About a year ago, my mom passed away.
Oh, gosh. What happened?
She got sick. It was COVID related, but then underlying diseases. And yeah, it just happened really quick in 2 days. Like, she was gone.
Daisy, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and so she was fostering in the process to adopt my 3 nieces.
Okay.
They're all under the age of 7, so it's 7, 4, and 3, and they're my brother's daughters. He and their mom are both addicts, so they're not in the picture.
Okay.
So when that happened, my sister and I, we were living in the same home as my nieces and my mom, so we took over. But I'm 26, and my sister's 30, and she has her own son.
Talk right into the phone, Daisy. Yeah.
So she has her own son, and I'm 26 without kids. So, we kind of didn't know what to do. We spent 4 months with them. Then their mom's family from out of state called, and they fought for them in court. They took my nieces with them out of state, and they were out there for about 4 months. We went out there to visit my nieces. I missed them like crazy, and I basically grew up with them. And suddenly I get a call. I'm at work, and I get a call from social services, and they're like, well, your nieces are back to LA, and they're in the foster care system with, random family.
What happened?
I guess their family in Texas wasn't able to care for them anymore because they had like their own kids, and they didn't really prepare. They just kind of suddenly took them.
Golly, man. These
poor
kids.
Then, and I love them. So as soon as I heard that, I was like, I need to get on it, and I need to fight for them. Like, they mean the world to me.
Mm-hmm.
And aside from that, I've been with my boyfriend for a long time, and we're starting our life together. We're eventually planning on having our own kids and all of that. But I've always been hesitant because I kind of never wanted kids. I always said like I've seen so much with my nieces and all of that, and I just didn't want to be. I don't know. It's just a lot.
So what's your question? Yeah, how can I help? Oh, it sounds like a mess.
Well, now that I'm taking custody of them in 2 weeks.
Oh, wow. So you filed for custody and you got it.
Yeah.
So you're about to be a mom of a 7 and a 4 and a what? 3-year-old?
3-year-old. Mm-hmm.
Dang, Gina. Wow. Good for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's happening.
It's happening, and my boyfriend is not on board at all.
Oh, Daisy. Whew. Okay, so how can I help?
I feel like I love him. He means the world to me. I always saw my whole entire life with him. Mm-hmm. So now that I've made this choice and I've decided to take on my nieces and try to provide a better life for them, is how do I get over the fact that he may not be in my life anymore just because of this choice that I've made?
What a heartbreaking and great question. Great question. All right, so I'm just going to tell you the truth all the way through. Is that cool?
Yeah.
What you've done is one of the most extraordinary, noble, sacrificial things I've ever heard of. And it's going to be very, very, very hard.
Yeah.
The statistics tell me that you are going to have to be real clear and real precise in your next steps, or you'll end up in poverty with 3 young kids.
Yeah.
Right? And you know this. Do you have a degree? Do you have a trade? What do you do?
Yeah, I'm an accountant.
Awesome. Okay. So you're ahead of the game.
I hope so.
No, you are. What's your annual income?
About $65,000.
Daisy's getting it. What does Knucklehead make? What's your boyfriend make? And I just call him Knucklehead. He's probably an awesome guy.
Yeah, he makes about 90,000.
Dang, Gina, y'all are crushed. Okay, getting it. Okay, so, dang. So here's the. He feels like you chose them over him,
Yes,
not them with him.
right.
And have y'all sat down and had that conversation? This isn't about them versus you. This is about what's right.
Yes, and he knows that that's the right choice, but he feels like he can't be a part of it because he's not ready, and he's used to having a certain lifestyle, and now he knows that's going to change.
And so now it flips back on you, which sounds like he's choosing lifestyle over the woman that he's going to spend the rest of his life with.
Yes.
If that's the case, if that's truly the case, and I'm not certain that it is, then you have, like the Matrix, dodged a bullet. And I'm so glad you dodged it. Because this would have come up in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years.
Yeah.
If he is interested in lifestyle over you, that comes up somehow in the wash. It always does. The other side of it is you deserve somebody who is all in on you. And when you're faced with hey, my mom's got cancer, she's got to move in with us. Cool, we're going to figure this out. Hey, my brother is an addict, and he's known this all along, your boyfriend, and that these kids are floating back and forth, and their heartbeats with yours is how you feel about them. And there's always this chance lingering. And so here we are. And he's making a choice. There is no easy, simple, heartbreak-free path through this. There's just not. And this happens if you had gotten pregnant, this might have happened. Like, I'm not ready for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I've thought about exactly that. I was like, well, if he's not with me on this, I mean, what else? What if I would have gotten pregnant and something's wrong with the child and he's not there with me?
That's right. That's what I'm saying. You may have dodged a bullet, and you may have become a single mom with 3 kids, 7 and under, and his brain exploded, which I want to give him some grace on that too.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the path through this. You have set some things into motion. Again, so noble, so brave, so incredible. This is family legacy shifting stuff. At your funeral, there will be hundreds of people talking about the time you stepped up when nobody would and gave these 3 kids life. Okay? What you're doing is generational. And it's going to come at a cost. Okay? So I just want to put that out there. There's no way to keep what was and to do the right thing in this situation. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
So here we are. We've done the right thing, and it might cost us. And it may cost us, but it's not going to be because we did the right thing. It's going to be because other people don't want to be a part of our new world. And they have that right. And that breaks our heart, and that makes us weep, and that makes us sad, and that doesn't mean that we didn't do the right thing. Okay?
Yeah.
That doesn't help in the middle of the night when you're super lonely and he's not taking your calls, or you've decided not to call anymore.
Yeah.
And that doesn't help when there's a 3-year-old that needs a diaper changed and a 7-year-old crying and running around because he misses mom and dad and grandma. It does not, and it's the 3rd placement in 3 years. Right? There's going to be challenges on this journey. So much easier if that guy would call you today and be like, you know what, I'm crazy about you. We're getting married this weekend at the JP, and I'm ride or die. You know what I mean? Because then you double and a half your income. You've got a guy who loves you, is going to be there for the kids. And unfortunately, he said, I'm not in for this ride. So what has to happen sooner rather than later, and you're not going to want to have this conversation because you're not going to really want to know the answer. You want to know one of the answers, but not the other one. You're going to have to sit down with him because these kids come in 2 weeks. And you need to have the conversation. Are you in or are you out? Because if you are out, I'm not going to bring another adult in these kids' lives that's going to leave on them. And he might say, I'm out. And that'd be devastating, right?
Yeah, it will.
Have you had that thought run through your head? You've looped through that before, haven't you? Okay, so where do you land on it?
I just wouldn't want him to be in and out of my life, and them seeing that I'm allowing him in and out of my life because of them, and like for them to blame themselves.
You're so good. You're so good to yourself and to those kids. Do you have one or two girlfriends that can walk through this with you?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So here's your next steps. Number one, rally your girlfriends. And what I mean by rally them, I mean get everybody, 3, 5, 7 of them, cousins, I don't care, friends, whatever, and say, kids are coming in 2 weeks. I need somebody with kids to help me baby-proof my house. Oh, by the way, do you and this guy live together?
We have for the past 4 years, but I just got my own place.
Okay. So are y'all already breaking up? Do you feel it happening?
Kind of, yeah.
Is it kind of, or is it over?
Well, it's still the same between us, but then when it's anything we bring up, like my nieces at all, he's kind of like, well, that's your life, and I have my life.
So when you say it's just the same, that means y'all still sleep together and y'all still go to dinner together.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But y'all are broken up.
I don't know. It kind of feels like we're in the middle of something, or like we're kind of avoiding the topic sometimes.
There you go. So you got to have that conversation. Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to start drowning soon if you're not already.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. All right. So 3 girlfriends, 4 girlfriends, y'all get together. And I want y'all to come up with a strategy for the next 2 to 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
How are we going to get kids to school? How are we going to get kids home? How are we going to get kids, like, where do they go to school? How do we even have conversations with teachers? All that kind of stuff. Get a couple of friends who already have kids that are going to walk you through what happens. I want you to make up a fake morning routine. Everybody gets up at the same time. We do breakfast like this. We go to the park on Saturdays, at least just for give these kids some routine and give you some routine. Okay?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you're going to be, it's like a fire hose. I got 2 kids that have been with me for a long time, and I don't even know what day it is some days, okay? That's what I'm telling you. And so the second thing you got to do is have this hard conversation. I think if I look at behavior as a language, you've moved out. He's told you pretty clearly that's your life now, which means that's not my life, which means we're dragging out the physical stuff here. We're dragging out the last like ellipsis of connection, but this thing's run its course.
Mm-hmm.
And you are hoping, praying, fingers crossing, rubbing the genie in a bottle lamps, right? That he's going to call you and be like, dude, I'm crazy. I'm sorry. He might not. He probably won't.
I know.
I hate that for you. Okay, you just said it out loud. Does that wash over your body?
Yeah, I've kind of noticed it. I don't know. I try to avoid, I guess, thinking about it.
Okay. You're about to have a house full of 3 little kids. And I want you to be as plugged in as you can. How long have y'all been together?
9 years.
Oh, gosh. So this is going to be like losing a leg and an arm and part of your lungs, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're worth somebody that will love you through all of it.
Yeah. You're right.
Please, please don't bring these 3 kids into your house and 4 months later send them back so that you can be with somebody.
Mm-mm. No, that's not happening.
You promise?
I promise.
Okay. Awesome. And if you look around and say, Los Angeles is too freaking expensive, move to Tennessee or to Texas. We'd love to have you here. It's much cheaper.
Yeah.
We'll pay you good too. And there's no state income tax. You can keep all your own money. It's awesome. It's like a glitch in the matrix. Cool?
Cool.
I am so proud of you and at the same time heartbroken for you. Because I think this guy's probably a good guy. I really do. And I think he says, whoa, I'm not ready to be a dad of 3 little kids. And which makes, here's where we take separate roads in the woods. And that's just hard. I'm so sorry. Have the conversation. This week?
Yeah, I will.
Promise?
Yes.
Not by text, Daisy.
No, not by text.
In person, no yelling, no drama. Let's just find out where we are because I'm about to bring 3 kids home. And if we're not together, then cool. We're not going to hook up anymore. We're not going to do dinners anymore. We're going to take a break for 6-9 months, and then we can catch up later. I'll always love you. Hope you're doing well. And you need to move on with your life if he hasn't already.
Yeah.
And you too. Oh, I'm so sorry. But I will say this. In a world full of people who think bravery is putting mean posts on the internet or creating cool TikTok videos with rants in them, bravery looks like a 26-year-old accountant who's highly successful, who says, I'm not letting those 3 kids who are got my blood pulsing through their veins go into the system. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to bring him home even though I don't know what I'm doing, even though this is not how I drew my life up, even though it's not I didn't create this mess, but it landed in my lap. Because these kids deserve better. It's bravery. Make sure you get the care you need. Make sure you get the mental health resources that you need. Make sure you got friends in your corner. Make sure you got a group of people at a local church you can lean on. Whoever. You got a gang. Make sure that you're going for walks, take care of yourself, that you're figuring out ways that you can sleep. Your life's going to be pretty chaotic for a while. Make sure you're meeting with the teachers of the schools and the counselors of the schools so they can give you the resources. Go all in. And I hope this guy stands up and walks alongside you. Whew.